Hey guys, Frank Curzio here. Another live Facebook video of Curzio Research. Getting a lot of questions these days on Bitcoin. Not too sure why. Bitcoin today hit over $10,000. To put that in perspective, it was $1,000, even lower than that at the beginning of the year. It's up almost 1,000%. There's a lot of people talking about it. I just spoke at a conference. It was the Cambridge Conference, Silver and Gold Summit in San Francisco about a week and a half ago. And I was on several panels talking about cryptocurrencies compared to gold, and there's so many extremists. Even today on TV, I saw some guys talk about Bitcoin going to 1 million. Remember, it's at 10,000. Going to 1 million, or it's a fraud. So what does that do for you as an individual investor? It basically creates a lot of confusion. So you don't know what to do, what to act if this is real. I could tell you, as someone who's been researching this trend over the last 3 months or so, there are no experts in this industry. There's so many different things going on within this industry. I've never researched anything like this. I've talked to my best contacts, talked to numerous sources. What I do know is the technology behind it is absolutely real. It's serious. It's going to be huge. It's disrupting numerous industries. The smart money's finally starting to invest in this technology, and it's not because they want to make money off of it, like AI and big data, where they can analyze and predict future trends of their consumers. They're investing in it because blockchain is a threat on the foundation of their business was built on. And it's creating technology that's going to allow no more middlemen. So you don't get fees for all this stuff they charge you for, investment fees and banking fees and credit card fees. So, and this is a safer alternative where, there's just so many different avenues to this that just don't make sense right now, but it's going to be big, and I think a lot of people know it's going to be big. Now, getting back to Bitcoin here, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I said there's really no experts around. There is one guy, though. His name is Chris McIntosh. I interviewed him. If you go to my website, Curzio Research, all this is for free. I'm not selling you anything, I promise. It's episode 400. You can go to the archive section. It was in March 2016. I was skeptical of Bitcoin back then. He talked to me. He's not a permabull. He's not, Bitcoin's going through the roof. He just laid out a reasonable argument of why Bitcoin was going to go a lot higher and why it's for real. Bitcoin was 400 at the time. He said, we're investing in it. We're buying it. I wanted to buy it at 40, 50 when some of my best contacts told me about it. He goes, it was the worst investment decision ever. So this was March 2016 when he was talking about blockchain, a word that we're familiar with today. Most people, at least we hear about it. A lot of people still don't know what it is. But he was talking about this a very, very long time ago, well before anybody else. And I just interviewed him on today's podcast. So he's going to give you an in-depth look at why he believes Bitcoin is still for real. He's not a permabull. He's not a permabear. He's not an extremist. And that's very important because listening to those types of guys will kill your portfolio. Okay, I'm talking about extremists that love gold so much. If I had a crystal ball in front of me and said it's going to be $200 next week, they still wouldn't sell because it's like a religion to them. What does that do for you as an individual investor? Nothing. It crushes you. So he's going to lay out a reasonable argument. I just finished the interview. It's going to be published in my Wall Street Unplugged podcast in about 30 minutes or so from this. Again, this is a live video, and we publish this every Wednesday, at least my podcast, Wall Street Unplugged. Listen to what he has to say. Usually when I do interviews, and for those of you who know me and listen to my podcast, I ask a lot of questions. I think I asked 2 questions in 45 minutes. I let him do all the talking. Maybe a little bit boring. However, when you have brilliant people or you're interviewing them or you're talking to them, you want to let these people talk for as long as they want. And that's what I did. He comes up with so many great points on why he believes Bitcoin is more likely to hit 40,000 than 1,000. Reasonable argument. I consider this guy one of the best people in this space, and the fact that he was talking about it over a year ago, about 20 months ago, telling you to buy it on my podcast at 400. Here's you're going to get a take on it, what he has to say right now. It'll be available very soon. We're publishing it right now, but really cool stuff. His name is Chris McIntosh. Definitely take a look if you're into Bitcoin. You want to see where it's going. You want to see these technologies and why, in layman's terms, this is such a big deal and revolutionary. Definitely listen to my Wall Street podcast today. Talk to you soon.